Daniel couldn't believe he had to work another Saturday. He'd been in the office all day working on the Peterson project for the second Saturday in a row. He had to cancel his date with Cassandra, but really didn't want to go home to an empty apartment. It was 8:30 in the evening. He just grabbed a quick dinner at an all-night deli around the corner from his office. He was about to call it a night when he saw what looked like a lively bar along the street, so he walked over to it. As he walked inside, he was immediately struck by the stale smell of beer and cigarettes that was already in the air, and it was only 9 o'clock on a Saturday. There was a piano player who seemed pretty good, but he couldn't quite make out his face. Next to him was an old man who looked like he was making love to his tonic and gin. He said something to the piano player that Daniel couldn't hear. There was a guy in a navy uniform at the bar who looked like he'd had a few already, so Daniel just found a table by the window, a nice view of the bar and the piano. A guy came over from the bar and introduced himself as John. He lit up Daniel's cigarettes and told him a joke that Daniel really didn't get but laughed at anyway. He ordered a drink from the waitress and couldn't forget how stunning she looked. Daniel tried to get her into conversation. She smiled politely and they started chatting, mainly about politics to Daniel's surprise. She was a politics major and just waitressing part-time. As they continued talking, Daniel wanted desperately to offer her number, but it seemed too soon and Daniel was shy. He was about to take the plunge when another guy in a business suit offered them a joint, which they both politely declined. They carried on talking and the waitress said her name was Janie. A lovely name, Daniel thought. The piano was really ramping up now, and with tune after tune, and the crowd was really enjoying the carnival atmosphere, and so too was Daniel. He was oblivious to those around him, though, as he was only interested in Janie. He finally plucked up the courage to ask for her number, and to his surprise, she gave it to him. She smiled and went back to work. Daniel finished his drink with a satisfying smile. He was glad he came into this bar tonight. As he got up to leave, he was on cloud nine, so he went over to the piano player to put a few dollars in the jar. Then he immediately recognized him. It was someone who used to work at his firm. Was he working here part-time, or had he fallen on hard times? Either way, it was good to see him. Maybe it was the atmosphere in the bar, or maybe it was the euphoria of taking a risk and asking a girl out that made him just shout out, "Hey, what are you doing here?" The piano player smiled and carried on with his song. Daniel went to the bar. Might as well have another round.